Hi man, welcome to the Trews. Trews ain't just a one-way street with me doing all the talking. It is a one-way street with me doing all the talking, but occasionally you could shout something as I hurtle past high on my own jet fuel, like this person, B. Welcome back, congratulations on the baby. I'm a father now, that's changed everything. The very concept of a father, like our Father who art in heaven, or dad, just being, you know, that bloke who provided sperm and a male role model for me. Well, now it's not otherness, it's me. I am a father. I am the father. I am your father. I am your father. I mean, I'm my own Darth Vader, or I'm my daughter's Darth Vader. I mean, I'm not using that as the template, actually, to fill her full of vengeful, Sith-loathing fantasies. I'm hoping instead to give her a very balanced life full of love and optimism and hope. But bloody hell, what a world it is out there. Anyway, thanks. Really looking forward to the Trews comments, says this person. World has really changed since the last time he used to do Trews regularly. He's got more xenophobic, sexist and extremist. Ali Hamad Shah. It has a bit, mate. It's difficult to argue with that. Or, in a way, all material phenomena is merely the expression of some previously unexpressed phenomena. So it's sort of just a minor fluctuation on the material realm. And now that the Trews, I'm not happy about that. Now that the Trews is back, we're hoping, I think, to try to see if we can access the realms of pre-manifest data and material. What do you mean by that, Russell? Thought, consciousness, belief. Because the stuff that's out in the world, I mean, it's already there, there's not a lot we can do about it. Respectfully, try not to be in an echoey room when recording. Ording. You're right, Aaron's pics. Sorry about that. It was a desperate occasion. We were upstairs, we'd had a meeting, it was complex, but I know the one you're referring to, it's like that Dakota pipeline, wasn't it? Today we're talking about the Dakota Access Pipeline. Yeah. Ruined it. Most of you celebrities have always been deficient human rejects. That's why you crave fame and attention in the first place. You didn't say place, but you meant place. To try and fill the big empty void inside of you. Thanks for that, Collie House. You're basically right, but just not a very nice thing to say. They asked for everything they got. I have no sympathy for celebs. End of days, end of this gluttonous BS world, says Lady Chick. We don't have to have sympathy for celebs, really, mate. But in a way, sympathy don't cost anything, does it? It doesn't like, oh, I've only got an egg cup's worth of sympathy left. I'm saving it for that poor kid that died on the beach that time and made us temporarily, only briefly though, care about refugees. There's me a bit of sympathy for that kid. We need some more sympathy for celebrities. I'm afraid I've spilled me egg cup's worth. How do you handle it, mate? Says MR7WI. I'm blessed with anonymity. Don't worry too much and don't take it seriously and recognise that everything in the world is temporary and an illusion. What do you mean by temporary and illusion? Well, like these atoms will only be held together for a brief time, then they will atrophy and entropy apart, or drift off and decay and turn into some other thing. We don't know what happens to the old consciousness after death. No real way of knowing that, sadly. But what I mean is that the constellation of thoughts, ideas, and beliefs and patterns that I hold in my consciousness aren't necessarily true. So I just sort of try to focus on things that I quite like. I could find happiness in a cave on the side of a mountain if people would leave me the fuck alone. Zen exile. They would if you was in a cave on the side of the mountain. It sounds an inaccessible address to live at. But you might get a bit lonely up there, mate. Anyway, try to find that cave within yourself and not be overstimulated by the external world if you can. Quite hard, because there's things that you desire and then there's things that you fear, but none of these things are real. I saw this good biblical passage on the wall of a prison chapel. It said, "Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by your name, you are mine." And I thought the word redeem, it means salvation and forgiveness, but it also means like the way you would redeem a voucher. Excuse me, can I redeem this for parking or whatever? It means you belong to a higher thing already. You did not just belong to the world and your own ideas. You didn't give yourself hands and feet and a voice and a nose, did you? It just somehow arrived. You didn't give yourself heart and lungs or capacity to breathe, did you? It's just there. So you belong to something else. You belong to that force, regardless of whether you're religious or not. What is it that heals your cuts and makes your hair grow and keeps, you know, gravity and all the natural laws of the universe and the natural suggested laws of love going? Surrender yourself to that and you'll feel a lot better. I can't remember what the question was anymore. Russell Brand is like Master Yoda, but in real life. Thanks, Rafiq Ahmed. I am a bit like Yoda. You should see me on the jiu-jitsu mat, which is where I spend the entire time when I'm in a jiu-jitsu class, floundering, weeping, and begging them to make the instructions easier to understand so I can actually do a bit of it. Russell Brand, I just now subscribed to your channel, says mystory.7! And I really hope that you make a video about your favourite books about self-development, alright? Have a look at this one. The Zen of recovery is an approach to addiction that uses some Zen references. As you know, I use 12-step recovery. Here's another book on spiritual development. Spiritual Awakening similarly deploys 12 steps. The Bhagavad Gita, another book that's about sort of an encounter between this omnipotent deity called Krishna and Arjuna, who's a sort of a warrior on a chariot, and it's a battlefield and he's got to face up to his life, and Krishna goes, don't worry, none of this stuff's real, just play the part in life you've been given, although it is a bit more complicated than that, and actually that bit didn't even happen. No, that bit did happen. And then this is quite nice, don't judge a book by its cover. It's a very good catchphrase, and in this case true, because this is quite a good book about meditation, and it's I quite like it. Well, that was a Trews Comments edition. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, you can send us a comment and I'll read that comment out, and you'll think, well, I still don't like it even though my own actual comment is in it. Perhaps the problem is me. Yes, of course it is. True News, subscribe here.
Nose is a tool that is abused to fool you and to leave you scared and confused. Trews is like the nose. If the nose was true, I want some Trews. Let's have some Trews.